Do you hear music? There's your camera on. That's into the mic, isn't it?
I can hear it in my ears.
You do hear music? Well, as long as you can hear our voice, when time comes, that's the main thing.
For the offensive unit tonight for Minneapolis, the 168-pound senior, number 35, Alberto Contreras.
All right, welcome, Minneapolis high school fans, football fans, to Lion Country Stadium. It's August 31st, 2007. We have the Minneapolis high school linebackers sports crew here, simulcasting for Channel 37, MCTV Eagle Communications, and KINA Radio Eagle Communications. Dale Leach, Dave Rupert, and Charles Lomberger are here tonight to bring this broadcast. We're starting out something new tonight, doing, like I said, a simulcast with live internet and tape delay to Channel 37 to its normal viewing. And we're here to bring you this game tonight between the Minneapolis Lions and the visiting Ellsworth Bearcats. The first game of the night for both seasons. It's a beautiful night for August 31st. It's probably in the low 80s, I'm guessing, or upper 70s. You can't hear anything, Dave?
Okay.
Can't? Okay. So we'll be working our way through this broadcast tonight. And we thank you for listening here on simulcast between KINA Radio and on Channel 37 MCTV. We're trying to get some bugs worked out here using this for the first time, and so bear with us.
What do you think about the season?
Well, we're getting ready for the national anthem, I think, aren't we here? Yeah, we better probably cut the chatter for a second. Maybe not quite yet. Well, the Ellsworth Bearcats last year finished the season at 6-3. The Lions were 3-8. We had a very close game in Ellsworth, won by Ellsworth 28-26. This is the 37th game between the two teams. The Lions lead the series 20-16. And this is the first game we played at home between these two teams in 3 years. The last two games have been at Ellsworth. Both wins for the Trojans, or the Bearcats, excuse me, each by a touchdown or less. So it's been two exciting games, and I would anticipate another exciting game tonight. Both squads have lost very few essential personnel from last year. Both squads returning quite a lot of players.
Yeah, Dale, I might kind of run some of this down. Ellsworth is coached by Ken Winholtz. Of course, the Bearcats, he's the mascot. They are league participants in the NCAA league with Minneapolis. And as you said, last year's record 6-3. And they are a 3A school, Minneapolis being a 3A school.
We're 2A.
Did I say 3A?
Yeah.
Sorry, 2A. We are 2A. Top returning players, Caleb Cruz, Lance Wright, Ian Steinecke, Jordan Herzog, Ben Parsons. Senior outside linebacker Tim Holman, Caleb Stake, Stephen Kryler, Caleb Paul, Ross Deming, and Jake Burning. So they have a number of kids back, as
yes.
you said. So we're getting ready for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
We'll pause for that right now. The Minneapolis Pep Band will be playing.
Have them and direct your attention to south end of Lion Country Stadium, where our nation's colors are flying proudly in this late Friday afternoon breeze. As our Star Spangled Banner is played by Mr. Dennis Ball and Mr. Ryan Holmquist, we'd ask that you keep our servicemen and women in your thoughts and prayers who are protecting our freedoms at home and abroad.
I had indicated that was going to be the Minneapolis Pep Band. Actually, that was a duet from the two directors of music here at Minneapolis High School. One, Dennis Ball, in charge of instrumentation, and Ryan Holmquist, who is the vocal director. Dennis Ball on the trumpet, Ryan Holmquist on the trombone.
Okay, Dale, I might run down the starting lineup for Minneapolis tonight. Keegan McCulloch will be number 1 for you viewers at home. This will be a televised and simulcast broadcast, so some of you will just hear, of course, you on the internet will just hear, and those that are subscribers to the local cable channel here will have the privilege of seeing. So it's going to be a little different for us, so we're going to have to try to keep you people that are just going to hear this broadcast
for the
up to
toss
snuff
in
a
the
little
middle of
bit
the
here.
field.
And I'm going to give you the starting lineup. Keegan McCulloch, number 1, will be quarterback. Kyle Lonberger, number 2. This is the offensive starting players and their appropriate numbers. Number 4, Corey Lonberger. Number 5, running back Jared Smith. Number 11, wide receiver Dusty Greer. Fullback, number 35, Alberto Contreras. Number 53, Devin Knox. Lineman, number 61, Zach Green. Bo Prop Klein will be number 63. The center, Mikey Rupert, will be number 64. And another lineman, number 66, Jake Klein. That's the offensive starting lineup given to us. And so we will try to, for you viewers at home, because we know that it's tough to determine who they are, we're going to try to run through the numbers and put some names with those numbers so that you can follow along. Make it maybe a little easier for you.
And again, also, just kind of an introduction here of what we're doing on the simulcast. Those of you listening to this on Channel 37, if you should want to come back or anyone else come back and listen to an archived replay of this audio version, that can be found at www.910kina.com, where we can also be heard live every week. This is the 103rd football season for the Minneapolis High School Lions, and we have a new coach this year for the second time around, Jerry Mick, who was the head coach from 2000 through 2002, who compiled a 17-12 record as the second most successful coach in school history, basically, for those that have coached over 2 years in a winning percentage. He was also coached the team in 2001 that was the first Minneapolis team to ever win a state playoff game. A very exciting contest here in the home field against the Hillsborough Trojans, where we come from behind in overtime. So we welcome Jerry back. He's also last year for the first time coached the track team and coached the boys squad to a state title, which was a three-peat and the 4th overall. It's a beautiful night again here in Minneapolis. Just absolutely gorgeous for August 31st. Wish y'all could be here. And those who aren't here, you missed out on some great Two Buds barbecue out of Salina.
85 degrees at game time.
Oh, is it that warm? Golly.
We might mention some of the injuries tonight. Dustin Lott, number 51, is not in pads, has a uniform on, no pad. Garrett Pounds also appears to be injured. Caleb Kendall is without pads tonight, number 67, and Logan Weedle without pads. So those four will apparently not see any action tonight. I might tell you that there are a total of 44 players out this year, which is up considerably, about 10 players from what we had last year. It's good to see that kind of numbers on the sideline.
Good percentage increase. Having the coin toss right now, Ellsworth won and has elected to receive. And the Lions will defend the north goal. For those of you that haven't been here for a while or have never been here, this field runs north and south. So the Minneapolis Lions will be defending the north goal, the Ellsworth Trojans, the south goal. We're going to take time for a brief word from our sponsors for kickoff. On live action here. Zach Green kicking off for the Lions, number 61. Back deep for the Trojans, number 40.
And the season's underway.
It's picked up at the 16. 24 takes it up to the 35-yard line. Taken down by Nicholas Torres.
Sophomore, Nick Perez. Okay, we'll try to set the defense up for you. Number 4, Corey Lonberger at a cornerback. Number 66, Jake Klein on this, be the right end, defensive end. Mikey Rupert on the right end. 63, Bo Klein as a guard or tackle. Devin Knox as a guard or tackle. There goes Ellsworth up the middle to the 40.
Cruz, the carrier, 4-yard gain.
Pretty effective runner for Ellsworth. I think last year he had several good games, had a lot of yardage. Number 2, Kyle Lonberger appears to be the safety.
3-yard gain up to the 39-yard line.
Alberto Contreras, left linebacker.
Hand off the fullback, 30.
That was Devin Knox. He's a load. If you run into Devin, you're going to pay the price.
John Kubrick, a freshman.
Okay, I'll play with it and then I'm going to call you back.
The ball carrier.
Ball carrier is Caleb Stepick for 31.
Stefik, I'm sorry, 31 is the ball carrier.
Corey Lonberger, number 4.
They're at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 3. Pitch out right to Cruz. He gets up the center and he's free. He's to the 40, 30, the 20, the 10, and they're going to score with 10:13 to go in the first quarter from the Lion 43-yard line.
7 yards. Touchdown for Ellsworth.
A 48-yard scamper for Cruz. Went over the right side and broke into the backfield. After he broken 1 or 2 arm tackles, it was all over. They line up to go for 2 in the I formation. Hand off to Cruz. He tries the center and looks like he's denied.
On the board with 6 points.
So it is 6-0. The Ellsworth Bearcats, 10:13 remaining in the first quarter, over the Lions.
Offensive series.
So we get a kickoff from Ellsworth here. And the Lions have two dangerous kick returners. Let's see if they will kick deep to the Lions. They kick it deeper than I thought they would. It's taken by Schmidt at the 20. He's still loose. He gets to the 37-yard line.
Nice run by Jared Schmidt, number 5.
So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their 37.
Tackle made by
Number 1, the quarterback.
Keaton McCulloch, sophomore, who played a lot last year as a freshman at this position.
35, fullback, Alberto Contreras.
Two receivers left.
Jared Schmidt.
And off to Schmidt, he's trying the right side. He's across the 40 to the 45. Up to the 50-yard line, out of bounds. First down for the Lions.
I'm sure it's a little bit
Into Bearcat territory.
unknown what we're going to do. So this sets the tone for winning this game. Probably forward to the loser then has to ask himself five questions.
We have a temporary delay in the game, but now here we go. McCulloch under center. Schmidt in motion to the left. Tailback is Lomberger. Kyle gets the pitch. He's trying the left side. He's got the corner. He's to the 40. Down at the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Lions. Just outside the 35 at the 36.
Number 2, Keegan McCulloch runs to the huddle. The quarterback, number 1.
Tackle made by Chris Bubble, number 12. Bearcats defensive back.
Number 64, Mike Arnold to center.
First and 10 from the 36-yard line for the Lions.
Dusty Locke here at the bottom of your screen.
Alberto Contreras still on setback. Schmidt in motion to the right. Keegan rolls right, passes to Schmidt. It's complete. He fumbles the ball. I think the Lions got on it. The Bearcats think they have it. The Bearcat does have it in his hands. And the Cruz comes up with it for the Bearcats. It was stripped out of Schmidt's hands at the Bearcat 27-yard line, 26-yard line.
A new phenomenon that you're seeing more and more, and it's basically because of the pro game, is that tackling is almost secondary. The idea is to knock the ball away from the runner. You see guys, you bring that fist in there and try to knock that ball loose.
High formation for the Bearcats. They hand off to the fullback, 31. He goes up the center, gets to the 33-yard line.
Ball carrier is number 31, Caleb
Second and 5.
Stefik, the ball carrier. Caleb Stefik, a senior. For the Bearcats.
Up the gut play.
High formation again. They have a wing to the right and one split receiver left. Hand off to Cruz. He's trying the right side. He has the corner. He's around. And into line territory at the 46-yard line. Taken down by Lomberger, and I couldn't see if there's somebody else or not.
number 11 for
He's a dangerous runner.
after a nice game by Cruz. Back on the Minneapolis side of the field, just east of the power.
Into Minneapolis territory, same line formation again.
By the senior.
The quarterback is number 17, Ryan Maines, a junior. Hand off to Cruz again over the left tackle. Ankle tackle there by Schmidt.
Cruz, number 24.
Pulls him down
That was made by Jerry.
at the 38-yard line.
Senior leaders on this year's Fighting Lion football squad.
About a 9-yard gain.
Second and a little over 1 to go here. We apologize for those of you listening on the internet. We're having some audio adjustments here. Hopefully we'll get it straight so everybody can hear well. Okay, handoff fullback, 31 over right guard. His tackle, I think he might have the first down.
Caleb Cruz, the ball carrier, number 31. The tackle made by Alberto Contreras.
Contreras with the tackle. Just short of the first down. Third and a half a yard to go.
Third and not quite a yard for the Bearcats.
Number 54 being Bo Klein.
37.
Correction, Andy Griffin.
So at the 36 of Minneapolis. Third and 1. High formation again. Main quarterback sneak over left guard. He is over the 35, so he has the first down.
By the Ellsworth quarterback, Ryan Manning. And picks up the first down. Stop made by
First and 10 for the Bearcats from the Lion 34-yard line. They're on the march. The Lions running out a 5-3 defense. Knox, Contreras, and Schmidt, the linebackers. Main back to pass, looking deep down the right side. Over the receiver's head, that was number 88. Chris Seiler, a junior.
First pass of the game, or first attempted pass.
Broke up by Dusty Greer.
Ellsworth will be second down, second and 10.
Second and 10 here. Line up again in the I formation. One split receiver left. And a slot to the right.
27, Jake Eckert in the game, a freshman. Pretty tough freshman from all accounts. They had a real successful 8th grade team last year. I believe they were undefeated.
Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side. Lombard is there, gets by. Taken down from behind by 66. Jacob Klein, the junior. He's at the 30-yard line.
Gain of about 4 yards. Third and 6 now. The ball on the Minneapolis 30-yard line.
I don't think that quarterback has to tell that we have
We need to stop this.
Third and 6. 6:25 to go in the first quarter.
We're going to have to prove that we can stop, that our defense can stop them, and so far hasn't happened.
Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side. Slowed up by 64. Mikey Rupert. He gets on to the 25-yard line, which will make a 4th and 1.
Pitch out to Cruz.
And obviously they will go for it.
Minneapolis secondary. They're putting up a 4th and short on the Bearcats offense.
Comes Maine, and they set him up in the I formation again. One receiver wide left, the slot right again, and we have a penalty. I don't know if it's the delay game or what.
Yellow flag comes out at the line of scrimmage.
It's on the Bearcats. Delay of game, all right.
4th and 6 from the 20. 4th and 6 from the 20, roughly 25.
So that moves the ball back to the 29-yard line, basically.
I'm not sure that changes anything for
Just under the 30. Makes a 4th and 6 for him. Not quite so easy to convert. Maine takes the ball, hands off to Cruz, tries the left side, gets around, has room. Corey Lombard at the 14-yard line. So a 15-yard gain for Cruz. And the Bearcats are driving. 5:12 to go in the first quarter. 33, the tailback now for the Bearcats. Brandon Fansteel, a sophomore. And the fullback,
Carrier number 31, Caleb
Stefik, was the ball carrier. He tried the right side and
number 53.
makes no gain. Taken down by Knox and some others. Actually, a loss of a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass is Maine. Looking to the right side. Greer defending. Got in the way of the receiver. So a nice screen there. Incomplete.
Number 11, Dusty Greer, had that well covered.
Last right is incomplete.
Right at the goal line pylon, the right end zone pylon, but it was well covered by Dusty Greer, number 11.
So 3rd and 11 from the 14-yard line for the Bearcats.
This would be a big defensive stand for Minneapolis if they could pull it off.
Back to pass is Maine. Looks left. Complete to 80. Tackled immediately at the goal line by Corey Lomberger. The recipient there was Gabe Paul, a sophomore.
Caught by number 80, Gabe Paul.
So they have a 4th. Oh, we're going to measure, okay.
Official timeout.
Official timeout for measurement.
Measurement. After tackle by Corey Lomberger.
Ball roughly on the 3-yard line.
Ellsworth got the first down.
And it would appear to
Yeah, it is a 1st and goal at the 3.
First down, Bearcats. First and goal now for Ellsworth from the Minneapolis 3-yard line.
So the Lions have their backs against the wall. In this first NCAA contest of the season. 2 receivers wide left. The I formation. Cruz is back at tailback now. Hand off to Cruz over left guard, and he is in for the touchdown. At the 3:50 mark of the first quarter.
For the 3-yard touchdown. Second touchdown of the night for Caleb Cruz.
Caleb Cruz gets his second TD of the night. Bearcats go for 2. Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side. He breaks through and gets the 2 points. So that makes the score 14-0 at the 3:50 mark of the first quarter in favor of the Bearcats from Ellsworth.
Well, we haven't had much of an answer on defense so far.
No, we haven't. It's kind of a weakness that we saw last year of defending the corners is a little bit evident there so far tonight. We'll see if we can get that corrected.
Of course, what turned us around here was a fumble. Minneapolis was appearing to drive the ball in our possession. I think offensively we're going to be able to drive the ball. Got to protect it. Got to take care of it. But it'll be interesting to see now if Minneapolis can come up with an answer offensively. I think they have the tools. I really think that this running back trio that we have, Lonberger, Contreras, and Smith, can get it done. I really think they can, and we're going to find out.
And the Lions out on the field to take the kick.
Number Schmidt.
Kyle Lomberger and Jared Schmidt back deep. Corey Lomberger is in the center.
27, Jake Eckert.
And 23 is the other up
I
back.
think that's Adam Klein.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alberto Contreras on up. And Nick Trez on the right-hand side.
So 5 good hand guys was back to get the ball. Deep kick, taken by Schmidt at the 22. Tries the right side. He's got some blocking. Touch back to the left. He's still free. He gets to the 45 of the Lions.
Exciting to watch him run.
Back towards midfield, and he's finally taken down.
As I said, Dale, you need to watch. The game has evolved a little bit, and the idea of just tackling a guy is not it anymore. A lot of people tackle the ball, and you'll see them fist up and try to knock that ball loose. It's part of the game, and that is a big part of the game now. You see that in the pro level all the time, and of course these kids watch the game. They know what's going on.
Well, they're coached that way too.
Yeah, turnovers are a big part of the game.
So at the 3:40 mark of the first quarter, the Lions get the ball out there, 45. Hand off to
Alberto,
Schmidt.
no, that's Smith, number 5.
He gets over the 45.
Thrown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Right at the line of scrimmage by number 19.
1 yard gain.
Ethan Bing.
Say to the 44, but not quite there, so it's 2nd and 9.5.
They were able to stuff us on that one.
Corey Lomberger and Dusty Greer out right. Schmidt and Kyle Lomberger left. Hand off to Contreras out of the set. And he is tackled at the 48-yard line.
Pretty positive tackle there. Alberto's a pretty good, formidable running back, and he got stuffed pretty good.
About 3 yards off the play by Contreras.
Gained a couple, maybe.
For Minneapolis.
Next 3rd and 7. From the line 47. Pitch to Kyle Lomberger trying the left side. And they take him down for a 1 yard loss. A great defensive play by the Bearcats there.
Official timeout. I don't see a flag on the field, but there's a conference being held. And now they're coming up with something here.
Against the Lions.
Whatever it is, it's against us. I never did see a flag. They're going to be...
Ellsworth declines.
Yeah, it would bring up 4th down.
4th and a long 7. I will say 8.
Are we in 4-down territory now?
I don't think so. I hope not. Our cameraman asked if we were in 4-down territory. We apparently are.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to have a quick kick.
It appears that it's a shotgun at this point.
Shotgun formation for quarterback, and he does kick it. Nick used to do that quite often. Catches the defense napping, and the great Minneapolis bounce goes inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. I was just sitting there thinking, is Nick going to try that again?
You know, I don't particularly remember that. Is that a characteristic of Coach
Yes,
Mick?
Nick used to do that.
Yeah. I can see why. It's effective.
Zucker used to quick kick that out of there. So the Bearcats take over at their 8 at the 147 mark.
Well, we've got them deep.
High formation again. Maine brings them out. Hand off to 31. Stefik is a tough fullback, I'm telling you.
The ball carrier is number 30.
Alberto Contreras has the football. He's dancing in the end zone. He's thinking maybe he scored. I guess turnabout's fair play, isn't it, Dale?
You bet.
Alberto somehow come out of there. They blew it dead, though.
Somehow the referees don't agree.
Yeah, they said it was dead. Alberto said, hey, finders keepers.
Gain of about 2 yards, 2nd and
They're at their 11-yard line
for Ellsworth.
with a 2nd down and 7 to go.
We've got to get an answer defensively.
One receiver wide left, I formation. Hand off to Cruz trying the right side, and Schmidt takes him down for a gain of 2 yards. We're at the 14-yard line, so a 3-yard gain.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, depends on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, that's a good 5 here. I had a conversation with Coach Mick the other night, and I almost asked him if he still believed in that quick kick.
Obviously he does.
But I forgot to ask.
It's a big play.
I formation again here for the Cats. Hand off to Cruz up the center, and he's going to be short of the first down. He gets to the 16-yard line, tackled by
Jay Klein, number 66, is one of them. Jared Smith's at the bottom of the pile.
54 and 71 are in there. 54 is Andy Griffith. 71 is Jesse Mock.
Number 5, Jared Schmidt.
The ball is resting at the 16-yard line, so 2-yard gain.
61, Zach Breen comes into the game.
4th and 3.
Jesse Mock, number 71, comes out.
We're going to take a time for a word from our sponsors on the audio channel.
Beginning of the second quarter, Minneapolis is behind by 14-0. Ellsworth able to put a couple of tallies on the board. Minneapolis is going to be receiving the punt here, and Smith and Lonberger are back to receive. And they are standing approximately on the 50-yard line. We have a chance for some field position here, Dale.
Yes, we do. I love it. Some real good field position. Maine in the punt formation. Nice punt. Taken by Lonberger at the 45. He dances. And he does not get loose.
Yeah, it's just one after the other. They had it covered. If Lonberger can get a step, he'll be gone.
Yep. So the Lions will take over on the Bearcat 45, 1st and 10. The score is 16-0 in favor of the visiting Ellsworth Bearcats.
It's 14 in it, Dale.
I'm sorry. Yes, 14.
You trying to help them? Come on.
No, I'm not. I knew they went for 2 each time. And
yeah, they did. They were unsuccessful the first time. Second time, they were converted.
Forgot they only made 1. Okay, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Slot. Contreras is the lone setback. And Keegan rolls left, plants. Now he starts to run forward and is sacked from behind. A 2-yard loss. He is at the 47 of the Bearcats. A little rollout for the Lions, and apparently the receivers were well covered. .73 for the Bearcats. They had the honors of taking him down. That's Tim Hoffman, a senior. And now he rolls right, little flare out in front of Schmidt, incomplete.
You know, though, they had 2 defenders right there.
Yeah, that
was
was
a little flare screen, maybe. I don't know how I would describe that, but they had, they've got 3 down linemen, and 2 of them were in the middle of that play.
Well defended by the Bearcats. So that brings up a 3rd and 12 from the Bearcat 47.
They're basically handling the line of scrimmage with 3 guys.
Contreras the lone setback. Schmidt is in a slot left. He goes in motion to the right. McCulloch rolls right. He's got some blockers in front of him. He lets go, and it's intercepted by number 10, I think, at the 41-yard line of the Bearcats. He returns it to the 44.
That puts us on defense. Intercepted on the 40, roughly on the 45-yard line, on our 45-yard line.
So the Bearcats take over after another Lion turnover here in the second quarter at the 10:53 mark. I formation again. Cruz tries, no.
Bootleg.
Nice pass by Maine down the left. It's broken up by 23.
23, Adam Klein.
Adam Klein. It was kind of a wobbly pass. Kind
Yep.
of didn't have enough zip underneath it to
A little
get
bit of a lame duck,
as
hung
far
up
as
in
it
the air.
needed to go.
Adam was there, had it defended. Pretty good bootleg. Had us, you know, the quarterback kind of had us fooled there. Nobody pursued the quarterback once he kind of went back there and hid the ball, so he had a little time. Made the throw, just a little bit of a lame duck.
I formation again, one receiver wide right. Hand off to the fullback, 43 is it? He's across midfield.
Well, I don't think 43 had the ball. Yeah, we cut. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say 40. They tackled 43, but he didn't have the ball. It was evidently back there in the middle of the dog pile.
Jesse Mock, 71, comes up with it for the Lions.
Okay, new life. On the 50. Jesse Mock come up with the big fumble recovery.
So at the 10:39 mark of the second quarter,
Jesse is a junior.
MHS takes over at the Ellsworth 49. I formation. Schmidt is the tailback. Contreras the fullback. No, I'm sorry, Lomberger is the tailback. Schmidt's at the slot. Lomberger tries the right side. Cuts up. He gets to the 45 of the Bearcats, I believe.
One of these days, one of these times, he's going to get loose, and he's going to be tough to tackle.
So 2nd and 6.
They got him with an arm tackle right there. Just managed to reach out and grab a foot. They're going to miss, and he's going to be gone.
I formation again. Schmidt's in the slot left.
Now we got Lomberger
tries
to the
left
left
side. Gets a couple of good blocks. He's to the 40. Taken out of bounds at the 37-yard line of the Bearcats.
Going to be a first down, it would appear. It is a first down. They're moving the chain. We need to get some continuity established on offense here.
I'd say the 38. I couldn't exactly see because of the players where he was being
14
lined up.
points is not insurmountable. If we can
Oh no, yeah,
put
it's
it on the board here, we could
the kids
get a little confidence going.
need their confidence going. Yeah, that's right. Need to score, get some good things going for them, and see if they can get this game turned around. Schmidt in motion to the left. Keegan's in the shotgun. Handoff. No, it was a fake to Contreras. He rolls right. Down the field. Almost. Greer caught it, had knocked it with his left hand. He was in the open.
Dusty Greer had a step on the defender.
He couldn't get two hands on it.
Got a hand on it.
Coverage provided by Gabe Hall.
He was pretty well covered, but he was open by a half a step. He did get a hand on it.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Bearcat 38. I formation. Schmidt is the tailback behind Contreras. McCulloch's under center now. Lomberger's out left. Corey, his brother's out right. So Schmidt tries to sweep to the right. He makes the corner.
Got a step.
He's there.
More than a step.
He's at the 20. Cuts back to the left. He's going to take it into the house. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown.
Maybe third effort. I don't know.
Fantastic run for Jared Schmidt. Broke a couple tackles. Uses elusiveness and his speed to get through.
There's the fireworks for you that can't see it at home. You probably can hear it.
At the 9:35 mark, fireworks provided by Carl Leach and Kevin Klein. 61 on the field. Green to kick for the Lions. Schmidt is the holder. It's down, it's up, and low to the left, I think. No good. So the Lions trail 14-6 here. After scoring at the 9:35 mark. We'll be back after another word from our sponsors on the audio channel. Back from our break here. The Lions are going to kick off. Zach Breen doing the honors. There's 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Again, the Bearcats are leading 14-6.
On that last run Smith made, it was all Jared. He was all over the field. He made it work. He's capable.
That kicks off. Deep kick taken. Oh, it bounces a couple times. It's at the 18-yard line. 40 has it. He gets it back to the 36, I believe.
One of the defenders, 23, Adam Klein.
Lance Wright, a senior, returns the ball. It's just at the 36-yard line. At the 9:29 mark of the second quarter.
Jacob Klein appears to be nicked up a little bit. I know he's had a ankle that's been nagging him a little, and he limped off the field. That's going to be costly. He's a pretty serious defensive player. We can't afford to lose anybody on the defensive side. And I think he's out there, but you can tell that
looks like there's a procedure penalty maybe against the Bearcats. Oh, equipment issue. No penalty. Thought I saw Alberto waving like we're going to wave it off or something, but.
The bottom of your screen, number 11, Dusty Greer at the corner. 64, Mike Rupert.
Cruz up the center. Still going. Got away from a couple of tacklers to gets about a 9-yard gain, taken down by Schmidt and 71 Jesse Mock. He's at the 46-yard line of the Bearcats.
61, Zach Breen goes in.
First and 10 for the Bearcats.
Kyle Lonberger, number 2, comes out. Number 71, Jesse Mock comes out.
It is the first down. That was a 10-yard gain.
Alberto Contreras, number 35.
Formation
There's a linebacker there.
2 receivers split right. Looking right with the pass. Just through the hands behind the receiver, actually.
It was a well-designed play. It split the defense there. Everything worked except he didn't catch it.
The receiver was Lance Wright, number 40, the senior.
Maybe thrown just a half a step behind. Had that been on the money,
yeah, it would have been a nice completion if it had been on the money.
It was a well-designed play. Had the defense spread out.
2 receivers wide right.
Second and 10.
I formation still. Main hands rolls right. Taken down by 64, just past the line of scrimmage. That is Mikey Rupert, former broadcaster for the Minneapolis Lion Group here. A senior this year.
About a yard gain. Brings up third down. Ellsworth, I believe, Ellsworth, timeout. They're going to talk it over.
Timeout. Ellsworth.
And we'll take a quick break here. Okay, we're back here at the 8:29 mark of the second quarter. It's 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats from their 47-yard line. Two receivers right, one goes in motion to the left. I would say must be a issue on the offensive side of the ball.
You know, Alberto's clapping his hands, so that he would appear.
The legal procedure against the Bearcats, that's going to move them deep. That's going to make about a 3rd and 14. Puts the ball at their 43.
Well, I'm hopeful that the defense can come up with a play here. This would be amount to a turnover if we can stop them here.
Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side.
Oh, Alberto just
tackle.
barely
He's
missed.
short of the first down, taken out by 53.
Alberto
Evan
shot.
Knox.
Number 35, Alberto Contreras, shot the gap, had a beat on him, and just didn't get it done.
Number 53 doing it.
Had he made that, been a big loss.
Carried in the line territory to the 48.
First down by about 5 yards.
And it brings up a fourth and a long 4.
And Minneapolis 48.
They're not showing yet. It would appear they're not going to punt.
Maine was punted
they
last
are gonna
time.
punt.
Well, Maine punted last time. He's under center, so they're going to go for it or try to draw us off sides, one of the two. And it's Cruz. They stack him up. They deny him.
Going to be a turnover on downs.
He gets to the 48.
You know, I guess, Dale, what I'd say about that is lack of respect from Ellsworth.
Well, hey, you know, they've been running on us all night.
Yeah.
Why not try it, eh? I don't blame them.
Yeah, no, I can't either, but I'm just saying that's kind of what that amounts to.
Yeah.
But the guys had an answer. They stuffed it. And now Minneapolis is on offense and in good field position.
Minneapolis 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Keegan McCulloch under center, I formation. Kyle Lomberg's tailback. They pitch to Kyle. He's trying the right side. Gets away from one tackler, but he just gets over the line of scrimmage.
He was hit twice before he got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they had the first defender, the defensive end or tackle, I didn't see which, broke through a block and hit him and slowed him down.
Yep.
No gain at all, I guess, the way they're placing it.
It's going to be a tough night to run if you got to avoid 2 defenders before you get to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a tough evening.
2nd 10 from the Minneapolis 48.
10 for Minneapolis.
The score is 14-6 in favor of the Bearcats from Ellsworth in this first NCAA contest of the season. Quick pass out to Lomberg on the left. Can he get loose? He does.
He did.
50, 45, 40, 30,
He's gone to the house.
20, 10, 5, touchdown. Kyle Lomberger.
It's so explosive with Smith and Lonberger. It's so explosive. Every play is a potential touchdown.
A 52-yard TD pass and run at the 6:49 mark of the second quarter.
And you know, just like
And his speed is what saved the
well,
day
you
there.
know, Dale, just like the last time, it was a Smith deal. This time it was Lonberger. There was really nothing there.
He had guys on him. He made a miss, and then he turned on the jets. And there is a break in the action. We'll take a quick timeout from our sponsors, and we'll be back.
Minneapolis.
Are you doing a commercial? Are we commercial break?
Yes.
Have another winning number for another power linebacker being displayed down there in the center of the track. The green, blue, and red power line. The winning number 24, 25, 21.
Okay, we're back here.
24, 25.
The end of the timeout.
21.
The Lions are going to figure out if they're going to kick the extra point or go for 2.
It would
Looks like they're going for 2.
They're going to run. Or they're going to attempt to.
See if we can tie the score at 14.
Green, I think, is the place kicker, and he's on the line. So that would tell me that they got other plans.
Side formation with Contreras and Kyle Lomberger.
This potentially could tie the game.
2 receivers left, 1 right. And it's Contreras up the center. He might be short. He's in.
Second effort by Alberto.
Definitely second.
It appeared that he was going to be slightly short, and he gave that second, maybe third lunge, got into the end zone. Tie ball game.
Well, we were right. We were thinking, well, should we be down when it was 14-0? And we said, no, we shouldn't be. We have time to come back. And it is now a tie ball game. Exciting game here in this first half. The Bearcats have had all their points in the first quarter. The Lions have owned the second quarter on the scoring end. Breen will kick off.
takes the ball away. After that great second ever two-point conversion.
We told you that Minneapolis has 44 roster players, 9 of those being seniors, 8 juniors, and here we go.
Bring the kickoff. Taken at the 21 by the fullback, who's up the center. Still going. He gets to the 41-yard line. Is that Stepek? Is that his name?
I believe so. Kyler Moody, number 44.
Yes, Caleb
in on that hit.
A senior. 6 foot, 202 pounds.
You've got some big boys.
So at the 6:41 mark here at the second quarter, the Bearcats take over on their 41-yard line. High formation, 2 receivers right. Main under the center. He rolls back. He's rolling left.
They got it.
He's hit by 44. He gets away. He's still going. He pitches the ball out of bounds.
Intentional grounding, yeah. They're going to say intentional grounding. The coaches were calling for it over here, and it was pretty obvious. It was on the other side of the Ellsworth players on the bench.
44 Kyler Moody was the original harasser there, a sophomore. 71, Jesse Mock, a junior, was finishing off, putting the heat on him, and there was no one over there even close to getting the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure that didn't hit the track, which
is out of bounds.
Is 10, 12 yards out of bounds.
That will be a loss of downs. The flag is at the 26-yard line.
That was to give Ellsworth credit. I mean, it was the right thing to do. You just have to make it look. You have to throw it to somebody.
Yeah, make it look better than that.
Yeah, you got to make it.
Of course, when you're under a lot of pressure like that, it's it's a lot easier said than done.
Well, and there was 25 white jerseys right in that area. The problem is they were all on the bench. Okay, now it's second and a
on the 25.
Obvious, I'm thinking pass.
And off Cruz, trying the left side. He's still going. He's up over the 30.
Pretty good gain.
To the 32-yard line.
10, 12-yard run, maybe closer to 15. But still,
he was that short. He was at the 25, so he's up there. That's a 7-yard run.
About 3rd and 20, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a strong 20.
So it's on the board, a 3rd and 20. 2 receivers wide right, I formation.
We have a chance for field position if we can stuff it here. And they're looking past. This is that same play that they ran where they have the inside receiver goes deep and then heads outside, and the outside receiver
comes in on a
slant underneath.
Last time it was behind him, this time it was in front of him.
Yeah, he hadn't got it figured out. If he get the ball to him, that's a big gain.
4 down territory there, Dave?
No, I don't think so.
4th down at the 32.
Let's see if they have a little more respect this time. 4th and 20 on about the 20-yard line. They are going to. No, on the 31, I'm sorry. They're gonna give us some respect. They're gonna kick to us this time.
Lomberger and Schmidt back to receive at the line 35.
Dangerous duo. If they kick it to
us, punts.
We could break it up.
There is a flag.
Flags and whistles.
Probably illegal procedure. They're pointing to the Ellsworth backfield. Illegal procedure is the call. Illegal participation. Must have they had a substitute come in late. There must have been an infraction on that somehow.
Things are going our way right here.
Will the Lions take the 5 yards? Did they march it off? I didn't see. Ball's on the 27. Yes, they did.
More whistles.
It's 5:41 to go in the second quarter.
Ellsworth's coach is having a conference with the referee, and and there was a whistle, but I'm not sure. Now I'm confused, and you know what? It looks like they are too.
Big discussion and conference going on here. Ellsworth coach is still on the field.
Yeah, and then now the referee is going to adjust the ball. I thought maybe he was going to pick it up and walk something off, but no, he just kind of adjusted it a little bit.
Now that's Vic Buller's crew out there. I didn't notice that. Vic's in the big time now, huh? His crew used to do the junior varsity only. But, get back to punt from their 27. High snap, but he gets it. And Schmidt's going to take it at the 43.
Pretty well covered. They had three guys right there
to the 45.
Greet him as he caught the ball. They gave him his halo room, and there he was. He had one step and one and done.
So
well covered by Ellsworth.
Our dangerous returners have been kind of bottled up here.
Yep, they've kept them under wraps, but you know what's coming. They're going to break one. Good field position at our 45. Can't complain about that.
Not at all. Hey, so much better than down on the 20 or less. First and 10 here. McCulloch and Schmidt. Hand off to Schmidt.
Oh, here he comes. Bouncing outside.
To the 50. He's down to the 46. Into Ellsworth territory.
It's going to be a first down, it would appear. It depends on the spot. Now I'm not so sure.
I think it's short.
Okay.
9-yard gain.
He was laying on the carpet with the ball about a yard in front of where they spotted it, but of course they're on the field. They have the perspective.
Second and 1.
Okay. We'll take that. 9 yards every carry.
9 yards on first down is always good.
Gives you a lot of options.
Contreras along setback. Schmidt in the right slot. Lomberger's left. Corey's on the right side. Contreras is the ball carrier. He gets over the 45 with the first down.
He will have the first down, but he paid a price. He was hammered.
Well, that's what the fullback's for. Take the hammering.
That was a that was a tough deal right there.
Whether his mother likes it or not, that's what a fullback is for.
You know, you can tell a guy's been hit when he starts checking the snaps on his helmet.
Yeah. First down from the Bearcat 45 for the Lions. There's 4:38 to go in the second quarter. Contreras and Kyle Lomberger in the I formation. Smith's on the left side along with Corey Lomberger. They pitch to Kyle on the right side. He gets past the 45. He's dancing. He's up to the 40 now. Just over the 40.
He made that happen.
Yep.
He was basically over there prancing around at the line of scrimmage and, you know, juked and jived and got a strong 5 out of what could have been nothing, real easy.
To the Ellsworth 39, making second and a long 4 to go. For the Lions, there's 3:55 to go in the second quarter.
What we've done offensively has been a Lomberger-Schmidt deal.
Let's see if the Lions can get some more points here to go ahead in this second half. I formation again. Kyle's on the left side. Corey's on the right, along with Greer. Rolls left. He got plenty of room. Lomberger blocking for him. He gets to the 30-yard line and hit by a couple of tacklers.
You know, that's he read that well. He had some room, got the first down, but it makes me nervous because we're not real deep at quarterback. If he goes down...
Well, Dave, let's think of the positive.
Yeah, okay.
He's not going to be injured. How's that? First and 10 from the 30.
Okay. I still cringe. Sorry about that.
That's what the game's all about, is getting hit.
Yeah.
I formation. Contreras and Schmidt, the backs. Kyle Lomberger's left. Greer to the right. Hand off to Schmidt, trying the left side. Taken down from behind. At the 30.
That was he got a hold of the jersey.
Great jersey tackle there by number 19.
Strong hands, evidently. He got a hold of the number 2 on the backside is
number 10.
No, I mean he got a hold of the jersey. I think that was Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he held on and was able to drag him down. And they've had several of those. You know, grab the jersey, grab the ankle, and they've got him down. But if they hadn't have, it could have been a big deal.
We'll be back with another word from our sponsors. I don't know what this is. Having some difficulties, folks. We're not sure what's going on. We thought we dialed in the commercial.
Well,
I'm hearing something else. I don't know what we're doing right now.
are we on the air?
Yes.
2:46 remain in the half. Tie ball game, 14-14. It'll be interesting to see what changes or adjustments Coach Mick makes at halftime.
We're getting some college ball in here somehow. The patch out to Schmidt on the right. He's the pass completion. He's down to the
Schmidt catches a little flare pass
15-yard line
and gains approximately 15 yards. They're leaving the ball lay on the carpet, so I'm not sure what the call is. Minneapolis seems to be backing up. I don't see any flags, but evidently there is a problem.
Yeah.
on the Bearcats.
Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, it would a face mask, they're saying initially. Okay, tell you what, things are kind of going our way. There was a flag on the very far side.
The ball was at the 11-yard line or the 10 first.
11. It's on the 11.
We're having some override here from something else coming in this stream. I don't know what it is.
One of the the old saying is the best defense is an offense. As long as we can keep the ball, that's a good defense.
2:37 to go in the second quarter. I formation. Smith's the tailback. McCulloch rolls left. Down the center, it's broken up. Intended target was Corey Lomberger.
$14 apiece, 2:31 remain in the first half.
It is second down and 10 from the 11-yard line.
This is a big offensive play here. We need to get something done.
High formation. Kyle Lomberger's the tailback. He gets the carry. Tries the right side. Taken down from behind at about the...
There's a flag. I think there's going to be holding. I would say that was holding on Minneapolis, but I'm not sure. No indication yet, but it appeared to me. Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Holding call on the Lions.
On that right end, when we came around there, the defender kind of rolled and the offensive player kind of hung on.
10-yard spot foul from the 10. He put the ball at the 20, making it a second.
Well, this is definitely 4 down territory.
Second and 20 from the 21-yard line.
But hopefully we don't get to that point. But it's getting harder and harder now with 20 yards. Second and 20.
High formation. Schmidt and Corey Lomberger to the left. Pitch to Kyle. Down the left side. Good block. He's dancing. He gets... Good tackle there by 40 of the Bearcats. He gets to the 20-yard line.
I tell you what.
Lance Wright, a senior.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky. Those arm sweep tackles. How many times does that work? But it's worked for Ellsworth tonight. They've had a bunch of them.
So it's third and 20 from the 21-yard line.
You know, it'd be big momentum. It'd be a big momentum for us to score here, but
1:38 to go.
Big momentum if Ellsworth could put something together here too. So we have to be careful.
Fake to Schmidt. McCulloch's in motion. He's taken down from the two tacklers. He's at the 30-yard line.
Pretty effective pass rush by Ellsworth.
So it's a fourth down from the 29-yard line. 8-yard loss there.
You know, I said this was 4 down territory, but now...
1 minute to go, sure. Well, we can't kick a field goal from here. We're not going to punt, so...
No, but...
It is 4 down territory. Corey Lomberger and Greer to the left. Kyle's on the right side, I formation. They do an unbalanced line here to the left.
Much.
And the pitch is to Schmidt. It's a reverse to Lomberger from around the left side. He gets a block.
Oh, but golly, put a good block on there.
He's still going, but he does not get back to the 20-yard line. Gets to the 21.
Hurt some clock, though.
8-yard run.
You know, you get to the point where you have to worry about offense. And Ellsworth now being on offense, but they only have 29 seconds
to go. Yeah.
So we burned up some clock there. We went from a situation where we had the opportunity, looked real positive for a score, which would have been a big momentum boost for us. But if we can get out of this, the way this game started, if we can come out of here at halftime 14-14, I'm happy.
Yes.
Big time.
So 29 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's tied at 14-all. The Bearcats have the ball 1st and 10 on their 23.
We just have to be sure we don't let them break off a big play here. A little confusion on defense.
I formation, one receiver wide left. Cruz down the pass. Main going deep.
I was afraid of that.
Pass interference is the call on Adam Klein. Adam was in front of the receiver. Kind of held him up. I guess that's called an illegal screen in basketball.
Interfering with the pass route.
The flag is at the 49-yard line of the Bearcats. It would be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, and we have a player down, Alberto Contreras.
I don't know if he's got a cramp. It would appear that it's a cramp the way he's pulling his toe back.
So the ball was moved back from 15 yards to the 37.
Officials timeout with a player down, Alberto Contreras. Back at the 20, laying on the carpet.
We'll take another break from our sponsors. Hopefully this will work this time.
The official decision on that in just a moment. Contreras, the Minneapolis player, down at the 20-yard line. Coming up at halftime, sponsored by the Minneapolis Cheer Squad. The cost is $1, and the first 10 winners get a movie pass from IGA right here in Minneapolis.
Well, it's still going on. We'll bring you the
Your football skills.
alma mater here.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, well, not now.
Okay, Alberto.
No, we're not yet. No, we're not yet. You can put the film on if you want.
Got a pretty good whistle going. Here we go.
Get the camera going.
Okay, Alberto came off the field under his own power. 22 seconds remain in the first half. Ellsworth threw one deep. We were charged with pass interference. They're going to throw it again. That's kind of a given. Little flat pass wasn't going to do them any good. They're going to get their licks in though. They got a chance for a couple more pass plays.
Okay, the audio stream's back. There's 16 seconds now left in the second quarter. We had a rollout by Maine of Ellsworth, incomplete pass.
You know, the thing about it is it's been big plays, so you worry every time that either we or they run the ball. There's a potential touchdown out there.
Cruz gets the ball and is taken down for the time by
I don't know who that was.
No.
53.
63. Bo Klein.
53, wasn't it?
No, Bo Klein.
Big ball.
Clock is ticking away. 5 seconds left. Timeout. Bearcats.
24 is the runner, and he lost a yard. It's at the Ellsworth 36. Third down. And we'll take another break from our sponsors. Good.
Okay.
Dave, we're not no audio yet. Okay, now we go.
Okay, 5 seconds remain. Tie ball game in the first half. And he's tied up there in the center. Ellsworth decided just to run out the clock. When we go in at half, it'll be interesting to see the kind of adjustments that Coach Mick makes. I'm sure there'll be some.
Could you bring me a water?
And we are all tied up at 14 apiece here at Lion Country Stadium. Second half.
Okay, fans, we're back with a few minutes here left at halftime. Again, it's tied 14 all. Let's review what happened here for scoring. Again, as we mentioned earlier, each team scored twice in their respective quarters. Ellsworth scored twice in the first. Minneapolis scored twice in the second. For the Bearcats, they broke the game open with 10:13 to go in the first quarter with Caleb Cruz, a 48-yard scamper. And then he went for two on a run and was stuffed, making the score 6-0. At the 3:50 mark of the second quarter, again, Cruz had a 3-yard run. And this time he was also able to take it in for another 3 yards for the 2 points, making it 14-0. With 9:35 to go in the second quarter, Jared Schmidt scored on a 38-yard run, a fantastic run, breaking a lot of tackles, juking and jiving. 38-yard run, and then a kick after the point, 4 points after the touchdown was attempted by Zach Breen, and I don't know if it wasn't a good snap or what, but it was low and to the left, so it was 14-6 at that point. And then at the 6:49 mark in the second quarter, on a fantastic 52-yard run, pass and run, McCulloch to Kyle Lomberger's little flare out to the left that we were used to back in the old days in the Jerry Mick regimes. Kyle took it to the house on a 52-yard run after the catch, and Alberto Contreras took it in for two on a tough 3 yards to tie the score at 14, and that's the way it's remained since that time. The Lions were on another drive. They got stuffed. Basically, we held up the Bearcat offense throughout the end of the first quarter and through the entire second quarter. Each team traded turnovers, basically, and Bearcats ended up with some penalties, some costly penalties in the second quarter that didn't help their cause at all.
Okay, Dale, what adjustments do you see that we need to make here?
Well, we seem to be shutting down that outside run a little better than we were in the first quarter, so there's obviously been some adjustments made there. I would like us to see us cover that those low passes inside.
That little slant in?
Yeah, a lot closer because those are wide open.
Yeah, that could have been, that could have changed this game if there were two of them in particular that just really weren't well thrown, either behind or ahead of the runner, but the guy was there, and they would have been huge if they would have connected. So they're going to be looking at that. I mean, they're going to be saying, you know what, that play's there, we need to stay with it.
If they can connect on them, they'll be dangerous. As you say, Dave, they came close, and they're going to try it again.
And three of the plays have been big plays. Our two, and Ellsworth's second play or third play of the game for a touchdown was
48-yarder, and
an off tackle, maybe around the right end. I don't know exactly how it went, but anyway, it was a big play and a big shock, a rude awakening for us. And when that happened, you say, man, oh man, this thing could get away from us.
Well, first game.
Yeah.
First game. You just have to recover from those things, which we did.
But interesting, as you pointed out, Ellsworth scores in the first quarter, and we score in the second quarter. 2 scores from Ellsworth in the first quarter, 2 from Minneapolis. With each of us with 1 2-point conversion being good, and the other attempt by Minneapolis for a kick for conversion was no good. So, as you said, the score 14-14. I believe Ellsworth received, so Minneapolis will receive the second half. So we like that. As I said earlier, the best situation is to have the ball in your possession. So that's the way we'll start the second half, and it'll be interesting to see what adjustments both teams make. Beautiful night, as we said, Minneapolis, Kansas. If you're listening to this broadcast on the internet, and we have no idea, this is a potential worldwide thing. If anybody cares, there may be somebody west of Ada, Kansas, listening to this podcast. You know what? Yeah, it's possible.
On www.910kina.com, and you can go back and listen to archives of this also, if you should so wish.
Okay, I might point out Devin Knox, Jared Smith, and Alberto Contreras are out there at the midfield conference. They're the captains elected by the team for the season, and rightfully so. They've been leaders all throughout their football career here. The kids all have a lot of respect for those guys, and they are the team captains.
Each of them was putting in significant minutes as a sophomore.
53, Devin Knox. 35, Alberto Contreras. Number 5, Jared Smith.
And Devin Knox is the lone all NCAA representative, I think, last year for the Lions. He was all-league on offensive line. All-league as a defensive, as a linebacker. Kyle Lomberger was on honorable mention as a back. The Lions are set up to receive the kick. Again, Schmidt and Kyle Lomberger sitting at the 15. A little bit different now. We have Corey in the middle at about the 25, and then the upbacks are at the 35. Taken by Schmidt at the 20. Trying the right side. He's up to the 36-yard line.
Good effort by number 5, Jared Smith. You always expect to see it, and he always delivers.
So about a 16-yard return there for Jared. If I
like to see a little continuity on offense. Like to see a little sustained drive, a little controlled offense.
If I caught that right where he came up with the ball. First and 10, Kyle Lomberger spread out left.
Start on our 35-yard line.
Corey's out right along with Greer. Hand off to Schmidt, and he's
appeared to slip.
Yeah, I think he did. No gain.
Pretty tough sledding up the middle tonight. There's some big boys there. They're basically controlling the line of scrimmage with 3 players, and that's tough because that puts a lot of people in the secondary. It frees up your linebackers.
Half a yard loss. It's second and
I think he lost his footing. Not sure anybody hit him. It was a little congested in there, to say the least.
Fullback this time is 27. That's Jake Eckert, the freshman.
Yep.
And Kyle Lomberger tries the left side after the pitch. He gets through a couple of tacklers up to the 36, maybe the 37. No, he's at the 36.
Not much there. They strung it out.
So 3-yard gain. 3rd and 10. Is the call. There is 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Two receivers out right.
I
Two
think.
left. Schmidt goes in motion to the right. Eckert's the tailback. Keegan's rolling right. He sets, throws it. Incomplete to Eckert.
Underneath. Now brings up fourth down, so it would obviously be a punting down, and we had the quick kick, but I don't think we've punted yet today.
Well, that one was a punt. But,
Well, that's quick kick, but I mean a true.
Yeah, back in front formation.
Yeah. I think we're going to do that here. Jarrett Jones is the punter, number 89.
Ready?
Fourth down now for
The gunner goes.
Oh, yes.
High snap over Mock's head. It's at the 7-yard line. He's running for his life now from behind. Oh,
That's a bad deal.
He tried to pass it. Well, they would have got the ball in good field position anyway.
Yeah, it was theirs one way or the other.
There's a flag back at the 7-yard line. I'm assuming that's an illegal forward pass. I don't know what they call it. Disaster for the Lions.
Yep.
Disaster.
Snapped over the head of the punter.
Who was that snapping there?
Yeah, that was number 64, Mikey Rupert. You never know who the long snapper is until they make a mistake, and then you damn sure do.
Well, he did a good job on that last year. We hardly ever got a chance to razz him and his dad, so. Was there too many players on the field or something?
I'm not sure. That would be if that happens to be against Ellsworth, that'd be unbelievable.
I saw Devin Knox counting numbers.
I'm not sure how that's going to play out. But they still seem to be congregated down around the goal line.
I'm getting ready to talk to Ellsworth, so I assume it's against the Lions.
Yeah. It can't get much worse.
They're motioning to the Ellsworth players to back off.
Ellsworth seems to be happy with the call. The ball rests at this point apparently on the 5-yard line.
First down for the Bearcats. The ball's at the 7. They haven't marked off the penalty yet.
That was a huge turn of events in this ball game. The only good thing about it is there is some time for recovery. It's early in the second half.
Yeah, if it's been a 10-yard penalty, it'll be half the distance to the goal.
Not sure what, forward, lateral, I'm not sure what the call was.
The ball was on the 4-yard line of the Lions.
That was a disaster.
I formation. Cruz the tailback. Stefik the fullback. And to Cruz. Tries the left side. He's
going to be awful close.
In for the
Yeah, there he's there. Well, that was a cheap one. You hate to see that.
At the 10-10 mark of the third quarter.
That was a gimme.
And I'm sure they'll line up for 2, as they've done in the past.
That'll knock the edge off your momentum a little.
They do line up for 2. High formation again. Split receivers either side. And he rolls right. Pitches at Cruz. He's in untouched.
I'm not sure who the defender was. They pitched it right over the defender, and they were able to convert. Had a defender there in the way, and he just launched it over the defender and right to his back, and away he went.
Makes the score 22-14 in favor of the Bearcats.
22-14 now. The lead by the Bearcats.
Okay, Minneapolis is going to receive again. That's a costly way to get the ball back.
In the Minneapolis backfield, set up
22-14, Ellsworth leads. 10-10 remains in the third quarter.
point conversion.
Now you have to be careful that you don't allow your head to get down here a little. The game's still well within reach.
A little flub kick, and it's taken wisely by that lineman.
You suppose that was by design?
Yes.
Okay.
72.
Might have been,
Charlie Lynn covers the ball, a sophomore.
had a situation where they thought maybe our heads were down, and that would have been a backbreaker had they pulled that little onside kickoff there. But instead, we come up with pretty decent field position.
The Minneapolis 49.
Yeah. Now we just have to persevere here and, get back in the game.
Only down by a TD here. High formation.
Yeah, we're one play away.
And
ball's on the carpet. I think Ellsworth come up with it.
Has it. At the 45 of Minneapolis. I don't know if he just didn't ever have the ball firmly in his grip or what.
Well, the old saying about shooting yourself in the foot, we've shot ourselves in both feet. Turnover by Minneapolis.
The Bearcats
missed.
Even better field position.
A missed handoff exchange, and the ball goes to the carpet.
10:03 to go in the third quarter. The Bearcats take over at the Minneapolis 45. High formation. Handoff to Cruz, trying the left side. He's got the corner. He's across the first down marker. Out of bounds.
Jake Eckert, the freshman in, 27.
Not quite a first down. He's at the line 36, and it's just short of the first down.
Ellsworth.
Second and one. High formation again. Two receivers to the right. And off Cruz, trying left side. He's through the center.
Tell you what, he's running hard.
Yes, he is.
You're gonna have to want it. You're gonna have to really want it to stop him. He is running with some gusto.
They're to the Minneapolis 29-yard line.
Little off tackle.
First down.
First down for the Bearcats. And Minneapolis 28.
Well, I don't want to see him go up by 2 TDs again, guys.
Yeah, that starts to become a hill. Ellsworth is approaching the red zone.
Formation again, two receivers to the right. He rolls right to main, and it cuts up. Big hit there by Knox. Slows him up and finished off by Corey Lomberger. So Maine kept the ball. He advances it 1 yard to the 28-yard line. Second and 9 coming up.
Not a big gain, maybe a yard.
Devin Knox put the hit on him.
Yep. Devin can do it. Second and 8. 9. Second and 9.
Minneapolis 28.
Need a defensive stand in a big way.
I formation again. Two receivers to the right. Cruz trying the left side. He's got the corner. He's through and beyond for first down.
Oh, there's a flag.
Flag's either a blocking penalty or maybe a face mask.
Yeah, I guess my first reaction is face mask, but I didn't see it. I did see the flag.
He gets down.
And the umpire was, or the referee was adamant about it. He threw it down with some
to around the 10.
Determination. So whatever it was, he was sure that he saw it. It's going to be holding again, Ellsworth.
The flag is at the 18. It'll be a spot foul from there, which will move them back out of first down territory. And it's now resting at the 29 of Minneapolis. It was at the 28 when the play started, so that is a negative 1 yard, making it second and 11 now for the Bearcats with 8:35 to go in the third quarter.
Cruz is out of the game.
Cruz has left the contest. High formation, handoff to Stefik. He's taken down from behind by 64, Mikey Rupert, and I didn't see who else.
No gain on the play.
Loss of another half yard, actually. The ball is now at the 30 of Minneapolis. Third and 11 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Bearcats have marched back 1 yard at a time in the last 3 plays.
Well,
Timeout.
Ellsworth calls timeout.
By the Bearcats. We'll take a word from our sponsors again and be right back.
Well, we're sitting at the Minneapolis 31-yard line, 3rd and 11 for the Bearcats. Contest at Republic County, Highway 81 to Belleville.
All right, folks, we're back after the timeout.
Okay, we third down. I might mention the upcoming schedule. September 7th at Republic County is an away game. We'll be traveling to Belleville for that game on the 7th. On the 14th, we are away.
Southeast tonight.
And we will be at the 14th, we'll be at Beloit. The 21st will be here against Russell. The 28th will be Sacred Heart here. I believe that's homecoming.
That is homecoming.
October 5, southeast of Saline at southeast of Saline. October 12 is El Saline at El Saline.
First district game.
Yes, October 19th. And this hurts me. We're going to have to go to Washington. That's a long ways to Washington, Kansas. And we're going to go there. Although, you know, I don't think it's much farther than it is to Russell. It's just harder to get there.
Tulane.
It's just Tulane, yeah. October 25 is Bennington, and that will be a home game this year. Last year was the fiasco in Bennington. It was muddy and that was
cold,
wet. The conditions didn't play into our favor, and we're going to blame it on conditions. But we came away with a loss, and I tell you what, on my fingers and toes, we won that game 4 times before they beat us. But anyway,
they beat us. That's what counted. We got second in the district.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 11. Motion man to the right. Back to pass is Maine. Looking down deep. Covered by Greer. Broken up by Greer. It's bounced off the receiver. He was down at about the 3-yard line.
Hit him in a bad place, right in the numbers.
Yep.
Is incomplete.
We got by with one there. Went right between his arms. Hit him right in the numbers and bounced to the ground. And that was right at about the 5-yard line. That would have been a big deal. 4th down. This is 4-down territory.
Go for it, yes.
I'm pretty sure. So you're gonna probably see it again. I don't know.
There they go.
4th and 11. There are 7:42 to go in the third quarter. I formation. 2 receivers split left. One comes in motion to the right, and Ellsworth takes a timeout.
Timeout. Ellsworth.
We'll play you a little music, and we'll be back.
Aaron Cox? That Aaron Cox?
He was at the game last night. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does he live around this area?
I don't know if he's here this fall or not. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But he was at the 8th grade game last night.
Yep.
Might just be home for the weekend. I don't know.
Okay,
we're back here.
7:42 remains in the third quarter. Ellsworth leads 22-14. 4th and 11 for Ellsworth.
84 comes in motion to the right. Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side. Well, missed a couple of blocks, and he is going to be close to the first down. Very close.
Yep, they're moving the chains.
So first down from the Minneapolis 16-yard line. Make that a 14-yard scamper for Cruz around the right side. Two receivers wide right, I formation again. Handoff Cruz trying the left guard. He's through and gets 7 or 8 up the center. He's inside the 10. There's 7:05 to go in the third quarter. He's at the 8-yard line.
Gain of 6 on that first down. That's too many.
He's at the 9-yard line, actually. So 7-yard gain there for Cruz. Second and a long 3 here.
Ellsworth's got a little momentum going.
Two receivers split right, I formation again. Main under center. And Stefik, the fullback, the 202-pound bruiser. He gets a couple yards up to the 6 or 7. Let's call it the 6. Rupert and Knox bring him down.
Long yard, third down.
It's on the 6-yard line. 6:05 to go in the third quarter. Third and 1.5, basically. Two receivers wide right. And off to Cruz up the center. He's got the first down. Inside the 5. He's at about the 3-yard line. First and goal for the Bearcats.
First and goal now for the Bearcats from the
On the 3-yard line, 5:40 to go in the third quarter. And Bearcats have all the mo right now. Two receivers right, I formation again. And off Cruz trying left guard. He's through for the touchdown. Cruz scores his 4th TD of the night here at the 5:20 mark of the third quarter. And they'll line up for 2. We have a timeout. We'll remain here, see what's going on. It's an official timeout, I think. Head ref comes over to talk to Jerry Mick. Oh, that's something to do with the clock. They're talking to the people with the clock. We've got 5:11 listed. They're moving it back to 5:17. Apparently they looked, it was 5:20 when I saw anyway, when he scored. It's now 5:17, they're going for 2. I formation, 1 receiver wide right. Pitch to Cruz, trying the left side, and he dances and spins and gets the 2.
Yeah, he's there. Well, this is the way the first half started. They scored the first 2 touchdowns.
Except they got 2-point conversions here. They got 1 the first time. So that makes the score 30 to 14 in favor of the Bearcats with a 16-point lead here, and the Lions need to figure out how not to shoot themselves in the foot and get back in this game.
Yep, they got to have an answer. Got to pull yourself up by the shoelaces here, make something happen. On the edge of letting this game get away, but we'll see.
Well, there's a lot of time left.
There's a lot of time, and we will have the ball.
So he can't give up yet. The Bearcats scored in this third quarter on a 4-yard run by Cruz and a 3-yard run.
Set up by a long snap that was errant and cost about 25 yards.
And then a fumble at midfield.
Yes.
Kick to Klein at 23. He takes it to the 33-yard line. He gets to the 40 where he's down.
Little tentative. Adam Klein, kind of not used to handling the ball. He's going to look what I found.
But he did a good job.
Yes,
he hung onto it.
He went forward.
And he gained some yardage.
He went forward. Yes, he did. But you could just see he wasn't real familiar with that role.
So we're at the Minneapolis 41. The 5:13 mark in the third quarter.
Basically on the 40-yard line.
High formation.
60 yards to pay dirt.
Hand off to Schmidt, trying the right side.
Outside. Oops, nothing there.
Tangled up in the backfield by 3 Bearcats.
We just can't get anything beyond the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier Garrett Schmidt, number 5.
They got 3 big boys up front, and they're
owning it, aren't they?
They own it. That's right. Those 3 guys up front, and that's the key. You know, if you can dedicate 3 guys in the line of scrimmage, and they can control the line of scrimmage, you got a problem.
Not quite a 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and 11. High formation. Kyle Lomberg split left. And off to Schmidt up the center. He's through. He cuts right. He's at the 45, the 40, the 30. He's still going. Down to the 25-yard line. Big gainer by Jared Schmidt.
Popped up the middle.
From
He
the
just
Minneapolis 39 down to the Ellsworth.
ran right into the strength of that line that we were just
Right
talking
up
about.
the center and cut out right.
Yep, and got a little seam and popped out to the right and made a couple jukes, and that was it.
He's at the Ellsworth 31. Didn't get quite as far as I thought. He must have got out of bounds. Still a
Give you something to think about.
32-yard gain. Same formation. And off to Jared, a little delay. Trying the left side. Bounces. He gets moved back.
He may have been the ball carrier, and he has stood up. By 8 and 19.
Loss of a yard there.
Play of a couple of yards.
At the Ellsworth 32 or 33 now.
Minneapolis.
Second and 11. There's 3:45 to go in the third quarter.
They're going to be pushing to play a game here. If we're not
Corey
careful.
Lomberger is tailback. Pitch to Kyle. He gets the left side. He's trying to juke a jive here. He's not quite to the 30-yard line, I think. And it's thrown back by 3 defenders.
Lomberg, the ball carrier, and he is
They are landing it squarely at the 30, so a 2-yard gain for Kyle.
43.
25-yard lateral run.
Whose birthday is today, by the way. Third down and 9 now.
But I'm encouraged. We're moving the ball,
Third down.
moving the chains.
Kyle Lomberg splits out right. Corey and Greer to the left. High formation. McCulloch hands off to Schmidt up the center.
Tried that little pop up the middle again. This time they had it read and was able to
Right-hand side, tackle made
greet
by
Jared as he
71, Alex Stout.
came to the line. Still gained a couple, 3.
Is to the 28-yard line. Let's
4
say.
down territory.
So a 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain on the play.
Got to figure out
Makes it
a long 6 here.
And
We got to
6.
come out. You got to pull that 6-yard play out of your pocket here.
We'll official timeout for a little equipment adjustment for Kyle Lomberger there. Clock starts up again at 2:10 in the third quarter. Fake handoff to Schmidt. McCulloch rolls right. Releases. It's deep. Over the hands of Corey Lomberger.
Pass is intended for Corey Lonberger is
So the Bearcats hold and will take over on downs with 1:58 to go in the third quarter on their 27.
First down, Bearcats from their own 26.
Well, at least we got them backed up a ways. Now to start. High formation, one receiver split right. Cruz is the tailback. Handoff to Cruz, trying the left side. Does he get the corner? Yes. Klein takes him down. He gets over the 30 to the 31.
Jake Eckert into the game, number 27.
4-yard gain.
Comes in for Schmidt. Timeout.
Timeout for, I didn't see which side.
I didn't either. I'm not sure who.
We'll take a quick word from one of our sponsors here. Okay, we're back here with 1:46 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Bearcats. Hand off Cruz, trying the right side. Oh, that wasn't Cruz, it was a replacement. He's stuck by Contreras. The runner was 23, I believe.
Good penetration by Alberto. Shot the gap, was able to stuff that play. And looks like some kind of a penalty, or no, that was some kind of a defensive signal call. I misinterpreted that as being an election for a penalty, but that's not the case.
3rd and 8 from the 29, I guess. High formation. Back to pass is Maine. Quick slant into number 80. First down at the 43-yard line of the Bearcats.
Ball number 80. And that was made immediately by Adam Klein for 23. First down.
Klein makes the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
Ball is at the Ellsworth 40-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 44, I guess. Back pass is Maine. And, he misses, evades the tackler, but 2 or 3 others get him now. And he loses a couple yards.
Good 2nd and 3rd effort by Ellsworth. He was able to shake off a couple of would-be tacklers.
2-yard loss.
2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 now.
Jesse Mock comes out of the game.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
End of the quarter.
Fourth quarter.
The officials will move the football to begin the final quarter of the contest.
We'll take another couple breaks here for our sponsors. Quarter's getting ready to go. It's the score after 3 quarters of play. Ellsworth 30. The Lions, Minneapolis 14. The Bearcats are on the drive, 2nd and 12. From their 41. The handoff to Cruz trying the left side, and he got, that was from the 30s.
Short gain.
That was from the 43. He's up to the 44. He's up to the 45 now. Third down and 9 for the Bearcats. We need to hold.
This could be a big defensive play if we could make this stick.
84 in motion to the right. Fumble! Cruz, maybe not. Cruz looked like he was jumping on it. They do recover. But that's going to definitely put them in punting position from their 43-yard line. 2-yard loss. So we'll get the ball back in hopefully fairly decent position.
That's what we need. We need the ball.
Maybe we can't get a long return here, and maybe even get a score. How's that?
We need the ball.
Kyle Umber
still plenty of time, but
back at the 27-yard line. Maine cuts directly to Lomberger. He takes it at the 27. He fumbles.
And recovered the ball
at the 28.
Appeared to have it and then started running, and the ball squirted out, but able to turn and dive back on the ball. Still decent field position, not outstanding, but
10:25 remaining in the game. The Lions have 1st and 10 from their 28-yard line. Sophomore Keegan McCulloch brings the troops out. Contreras is the lone setback. Schmidt goes in motion to the left. Hand fake to Contreras. It's a flare out low to Schmidt. Incomplete.
Ball was in the dirt.
Second and 10 coming up.
Pretty well covered by Ellsworth. They had some people on the play.
Trying to get our speed open.
Yeah, if you can get some one-on-one isolation out there with the kind of speed we have, you like your chances.
I formation again. Schmidt's the tailback, I believe. No, it's Lomberger. He tries the left side. He's dancing. He's up to the 35, 36-yard line maybe. They place it just at the 35. So a 7-yard gain for Kyle. 3rd and 2 for the Lions. 9:53 to go in the contest. You need to score quick and then hold them and get the ball back again if you're going to have a chance to tie this game or getting ahead. I formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Kyle Lomberger, the ball carrier, tries the right side, slips. Little ankle tackle there.
Yeah, another one of those ankle tackles.
He's at the 39-yard line.
I bet you that's 6 arm tackles we've seen tonight. They're making it work.
4-yard gain, and Kyle appears to be shaken up a little bit.
I'm back on.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bearcats from the Lion 48. Cruz tries the right side. He's through the line, continuing to run well.
Breaks a couple of tackles, able to wiggle his way for about 5-6 yards.
He's at the 4-yard line for a 4-yard gain there.
Pretty tough runner. He sticks it in there.
2nd 5. Okay, 5-yard win. That's 43 of Minneapolis. Same formation, 1 receiver wide left, on a slot right for him. And fullback dive by 43. It wasn't Stefik that time. Jacob Runing, a junior. Advances the ball to the 35-yard line.
Brings up a 1st down, moved the chains. And that's what Ellsworth is all about now, ball control.
1st and 10. There is 8:10 to go in the game. Ellsworth's up by 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. 30-16. I formation, 2 receivers left. They hand to Cruz trying the right side.
Devin Knox in on the stop.
And he gets to the 31 for a 4-yard gain. A 2nd and 7 coming for the Bearcats. 7:33 to go in the contest. Effective runner is Mr. Cruz. A good fullback in front of him, Stefik. Cruz trying the left side now. Tackled by Klein.
It's a nice hit. Adam Klein stuck it in there, wrapped him up.
The ball is at the 26-yard line. 5-yard gain. Makes the 3rd and 1 for the Bearcats. Clock's down to 6:55. So it's pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball for the Bearcats here.
It's working.
That's right. Why not? Devin Knox is out of the game. He's got a cut on the arm, looks like. Illegal procedure.
Some kind of misconfiguration.
Penalty on the field, whistles and flags everywhere.
Appears that it's delay of game
Play of game against the
against Ellsworth.
5-yard penalty. That'll set up a
Gives us a little breathing room.
Going to move the ball back to the Minneapolis 31 again. 3rd down and 6 with 6:34 to go in the game. On the ball is on the carpet. Ellsworth recovers at the 30-yard line. So a 1-yard advance on the fumble brings up a 4th down. 4th and 5.
And that'll bring up a 4th down from the same flag.
By the time this play commences, there'll be little shy of 6 minutes remaining in the contest.
And we have a timeout by Ellsworth with 5:59 to go. We'll take a little break with some music here, and we'll be back.
Bearcats leading 30-14.
Where's Kyle at?
He was out there.
No time for the Daubers down.
Okay, we're back. We'll bring the video or the music that's playing here. It'll be over in a second. I can't stop it, unfortunately. 4th down and 5. Pitch to Cruz, trying the right side. He's got the 1st down and more. Try a touchdown. On a 4th and 5 from the Minneapolis 30.
Pretty determined run by Cruz.
Those on audio stream, you just missed a 30-yard touchdown by Cruz from Ellsworth. On a 4th and 5, he got around the right side, broke a couple tackles, and advances the score to 36-14. And they'll go for 2. High formation again, 1 receiver wide either side. Maine back to pass. And it's caught, I believe. No. It was intended for number 12. And it was in his hands, I believe, but not a completion. Chris Buckholz, a senior. So it's 36-0, and Cruz has 5 touchdowns on the night against the Lions. The last one, a 30-yard scamper at the 5:49 mark.
He was the leading rusher returning in the league.
Yes, he was the leading rusher last year in the NCAA, I believe. So he is nothing to be scoffed at by any means. Quite a determined runner, as he's been proving tonight. So the Lions will receive and from the north, heading south. See if we can tack some more scores on the board. Schmidt and Kyle Lomberger are back to receive.
We need the ball in our hands.
Low kick taken by Klein. He gets to the 37. He was at the 35, 2-yard return. Where the Lions take over at the 5:46 mark. 1st and 10.
Need to generate, understatement, we need to generate some offense. Need to create at least, get a little momentum, get feeling running the offense, get some continuity, some consistency going here.
Corey Lomberger and
Going to go with the shotgun.
Right. Yeah, shotgun formation now, 2 setbacks. Rolls right is McCulloch, and he dumps it out to Schmidt. I don't know if that's a completed pass or not.
Wound up right on the sideline, and it was difficult to see. Evidently, he did. It was a reception, or not.
Loss of a yard, actually. It's at the 36-yard line.
Okay.
2nd and 11 for Minneapolis.
2nd down 11. He must have slipped. There must be some dew on the grass out there.
The grass is long. I walked across the field earlier this evening, and it's shaggy.
All right, 3 receivers split right, McCulloch's in the shotgun. Schmidt goes in motion to the left, a fake to the fullback. Long pass down the field to who was the intended receiver? 26. Casey Argenbright, a freshman, if they got the number right.
I think so.
Good defensive cover there by the Bearcats. 3rd and 11 coming up. On the Minneapolis 36. Again, the score 36-14, 4:50 to go in the contest.
Need to come up with 11 yards here.
A delay to Kyle. No, it's to Schmidt. He tries the right side. He's over the 45, up to the 50.
Got to be a first down.
That's right.
Nice run by Jared.
They put it just inside the 50.
Ellsworth
It's a first down.
A little bit in a prevent mode.
First down for the Lions. From 4:40 to go in the game. Shotgun formation from McCulloch again. He rolls left. Out to Schmidt, and he's met immediately.
Got him.
And
he got the boom lowered on him.
As he caught the ball, he hung on, thank goodness. 1 yard gain.
Quite a hit. Tell you what, some guys might not have got up from that one.
The ball was at the 49 of Ellsworth.
He was wide open.
He was open and exposed there.
Yeah, that's a better word.
Defensive back's dream.
Yep.
2nd and 9. High formation now. McCulloch rolls right. Under pursuit, he pitches to Schmidt. Big room in front of him. He's at the 40, the 35, down to the 32-yard line. A little push-out pass from McCulloch to Schmidt.
Moves the chains.
Gets to the 32-yard line of Ellsworth. It wasn't an overhand pass. It was just kind of a little shovel pass forward. It wasn't a lateral. It wasn't an underhand throw.
This is a good thing for the offense. They need to get a little confidence. They need to feel that they can control things a little bit here.
1st and 10. From the Ellsworth 32. Shotgun formation again. Rolling left is McCulloch. He plants, releases, and it's well short of Corey Lomberger, who was covered by 2 or 3 white shirts.
Well, Dusty Greer was in the area. I'm not sure who the intended receiver was, but Dusty Greer, he was over the head of Dusty and under Corey.
Kyle. 2nd and 10, the clock stops at 2:59.
And fortunately, that ball was able to get to the grass. Kind of found a hole out there in the middle of a lot of defenders.
Shotgun formation again.
We're into the shotgun.
1 setback. 2 receivers. Each side fumble. He picks it up. He releases.
Picked off. Tipped and picked off. There were two defenders. I think that was Corey Argenbright was the intended receiver. And they had him double teamed. And the first defender tipped it. And the second defender brought it down, and Ellsworth now has possession.
84, Ross Deming, a senior, picks it off. It dances at the back about 10, 15 yards up to the 24-yard line.
.246 remain. Ellsworth takes possession after the interception. They lead 36-14.
High formation, 1 receiver white to each side. And the tailback gets the call. Cruz is out of the game right now. 33 was, I believe, the carrier, ball carrier. Brandon Fannin Steele, a sophomore. The ball's at the 24.
Adam Klein, Jared Schmidt come out of the game.
So 2nd and 10 coming.
Argenbright, the safety.
Fumble snap. New quarterback. 11. He rolls left and is tackled for a loss.
Jacob Klein continues to gimp. Not a good sign.
At the 23.
27, Jake Eckert into the contest.
Lost
Devin Knox, 53, comes out. Kyle Lonberger comes out.
3rd and 11 for the Bearcats from their 23. 1:35 to go in the contest. Tailback gets the ball and he goes nowhere. Sophomore tailback again, so they have a 4th and 11 coming up from the 23-yard line. Adam Klein goes back to retrieve the ball. He'll stand at just inside Minneapolis territory at the 47. Maine back to punt for the Bearcats. He gets a nice punt off. It bounces at an Ellsworth bounce.
Yes, it does.
Zooms down to the 37-yard line of the Lions.
Hit the ground and accelerated.
Well, the Lions will take over.
Hit the ground and immediately bound for 10 yards.
41 seconds to go in the game. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their 37. I guess at the 38. And we have basically the first string offense still in there. High formation. 2 receivers right. McCulloch's rolling right. Launches it deep down to Corey. Hot. Knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. To the Ellsworth 16 from the Minneapolis 38.
Nice pass, nice reception.
Turn the lights back on, please.
You like that?
Jeez.
Turn out the lights, is that what they said?
45-yard pass play.
45-yard pass play. Coach left the box next door and he turned out the lights, not realizing he was turning that on us too. 1st and 10. 31 seconds to go. Beautiful pass play there. Rolling left is McCulloch. Pitch to
Smith, I believe, wasn't it? No.
Pass intended for Jared.
Yeah, Jared Smith. And just wasn't able to get a handle on it.
Second down after the incomplete pass. Clock at 27 seconds.
27 seconds to go. The ball's at the 16. 2nd and 10.
Well, if we could put together some points here, that'd be a little moral boost.
Yes, get something positive at the end of the game there. Play out to the right to Greer.
Dusty Greer, number 11.
He is inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Pretty well defended. Not much. Eckert and Smith in the backfield.
Rolling right is McCulloch. He launches deep. Outside of
Nobody there.
Schmidt, and the clock has expired. The final score, Ellsworth 36. Minneapolis 14. They win their first NCAA contest of the year, going 1-0. The Lions go to 0-1 in the league.
Well, Dale, going into this game, it was a situation where you didn't know where you were at. Ellsworth didn't know where they were at. You come away now, and the winner, looks forward and says, hey, positive things are happening, and the loser, which happens to be us, that we have to ask ourselves some questions, and you maybe have a little self-doubt. I don't know.
Well, this was a real even game.
That's right.
At the half, until we just shot ourselves in the foot.
That's true. A couple of big plays.
We didn't get anything going on our first possession of the first half. I had to punt, and unfortunately it was a high snap, and that ended up in disaster, giving the Bearcats great field position. They scored a short touchdown, and then we fumbled and gave them possession inside our 45, and they took a time-consuming march down the field to go up by 2 touchdowns, and they scored a 2-pointer after each one. And then halfway through the fourth quarter, they tacked on a 30-yard run to salt it away, I guess I should say. And
so next week brings on Republic County, which is Belleville in the old days.
You saw a fantastic performance by, I want to make sure I get his first name right, Caleb Cruz, senior, 5'10", 181-pound, determined railback, had great blocking. fantastic runner. He led the league in rushing last year, and he displayed that tonight with 5 touchdowns,
as well as the guests from
a 24-yard run, a 3-yard run, no, 48-yard run, a 3-yard run, a 38-yard run, a 52-yard run, a 4-yard run, and a 3-yard run. So there's short and long.
Yep.
And I bet he probably easily had 200 yards of rushing if we had any stats with us at all, which I'm not blaming you there, Dave. But he had to easily have 200 yards on the ground.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, he was very, very good tonight. And I'm sure going to be very good most of the night.
Yeah, my big question mark coming into the season was have we been able to solidify our defense on the outside? And Mr. Cruz showed us that we hadn't yet. I mean, he bounced outside several times and made us pay. Of course, he went up the inside sometimes too, but I think he made a good lot of his yards off tackle for his long gainers anyway. So hard loss for the Lions to open up here, but there's a lot more games to come, and I'm sure they'll get some things corrected here and move on positively into the rest of the season. Republic County was playing at Southeast tonight. It'll be interesting to see how that game came out. See what we have to look forward to as we go to Republic County next week.
Well, one good thing about it, used to, in the not too distant past, Belleville was one of the later games, and that was always a cold one.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're not in our district anymore, so we get them early in the season, thank goodness.
And it wasn't too many years ago, thinking about it when we come to the game, that this would have been the week before. Next week would have been the soap scrimmage in the old days.
Yeah.
So they moved the field.
Like I said, just an amazingly cool night for August 31st.
Yeah. It could have. Last week was a scorcher, over 100 degrees. Very well could have been that tonight. Turned out to be a pretty mild evening here in Minneapolis. Lower 80s by now. I'm sure it's probably in the upper 70s or maybe mid-70s.
Mid-70s, got to be. Yeah. Nice little cool breeze out of the north. Folks, we appreciate you watching here on Channel 37, MCTV, Eagle Communications, and we appreciate those listening on the audio stream on KINA 910. We'll close off with on Wisconsin, the high school pep song. Dave and I will be back along with Charles Lomberger next week. Thanks for having us in your home.